Hey everyone. I can't see who's in here yet, so bear with me a second. Okay. I don't know if anybody is in here yet. Oh boy. Darling Nikki, I don't know. You're probably not in here. This comment was at 3:08. I don't think you're here now. I know I had to change the time a few times. Can't help that. Some things coming up, unfortunately. So I would assume this live's probably not going to go as well as I would like either. But it is what it is. Hey Tammy, what's up? How you doing? I know somebody else is going live right now. Well, they're supposed to be anyway. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Hey, More Than Enough, how are you doing? Trying to get used to all of this. I'm resting up. How are you? I'm doing okay. Are you feeling any better, Tammy? I know that the last time you were in one of my lives that you said you weren't feeling all that well. Gotta get that off. I gotta run this phone, and I don't know why it is when I'm live and I go to YouTube, it'll only give me top comments on my cell. It will not give me the comments of, as they're coming in. Don't you say More Than Enough? I've had better days. My ex. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mary. I am so sorry. Prayers for you. You're doing a little better. It is up to me to bring. Oh, wow. That's actually very costly. I'm sure you probably already know that, right? I am so sorry. I guess I should put my cam on, huh? My ex's kids. Oh, my ex's. Oh, geez. Mary, you know how it is. That's what you meant. Okay. I got it. I'm really sorry to hear that. I am really sorry. It's got to be a financial strain, It's not something cheap to transport a body from another state to. I'm really sorry to hear that. YouTube has been doing lately. These new so-called YouTuber, they're not doing so well. Miss the old tube. Tammy, I get it. I truly get it. But like I said before, things change on here. There's always going to be new people, whether we like it, we don't like it. It is what it is. I'm on here to address some of that today. So I'm trying to feel better, a little better. I hope that you do get better, Tammy. It sucks when people are sick and they don't feel good. It sucks. It really does. So I'm sorry about having to change the time a few times. Didn't want to have to do that, but unfortunately, I would like to go live later in the day, into the evening or at night, but it's a little hard to do that here. Not that I couldn't, but you never know if I get really fired up or whatever, and I start going off. Like I have people here in my home, so right now is a good time. Nobody's here. It's me and my four-legged fur baby. That's another thing. Before I go live, I let my son out to go, because I call him my son. He's my son. But I let him go out to the bathroom again. Doesn't matter if I just had him there an hour ago. I make sure all of his needs are fulfilled before I hit go live. So that's just my way of doing things. Yes, my 3 college girls have checked out. Oh my. I'm sure this can't be easy for any of you, and then it, being their father. I'm really sorry about all of this. I will be saying a prayer for you, Mary. It's got to be quite stressful. I know I would be stressing out. Maybe some people wouldn't. I mean, maybe if they have all the money and financially can do all of these things, maybe they wouldn't be so stressed, but not everybody's in that position. So, it makes it difficult. Not good. Not good at all. So I can see that, again, like I said, another channel was going live, and that's fine. You do you. At the end of the day, no matter what goes on here for me, I'm going to come on and I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. So starting off here, I've said in my last couple of lives maybe that I do have a different channel that I've considered, putting the link in my community post, because that's where a lot of what I feel like I want to say goes. Because I'm not on here live all the time, but I've considered putting that other channel out, because this channel, for whatever reason, like my last live really said a lot to me. I went in and I checked like analytics, I checked everything, and it's my channel, I feel, has just tanked out due to me not being on and really doing anything on it for 2 years. Like, it's just not, it's hard for me to explain on here, but I was able to see things, and it did show like some people get the notifications. It's not saying that the majority of my subs get the notifications. It's not good. Excuse me, let me mute a second. Baba. This is not going to be good. Maybe he's going to think he needs to bark the whole time. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So, no, I mean the former YouTube owners, the owners who used to own YouTube, they give us more freedom we never had. Well, something, again, Tammy, it's not going to happen, I'm assuming that he must see somebody like walking by, or, maybe they're walking their fur baby. I don't know. So, as everyone knows on here, I've been here. I've said it the last live. I said it. I've been here quite some time. During my time on YouTube, I kind of stayed reserved. I didn't really talk about much. Obviously, I had started my channel prior to everything that had gone on with somebody that at the time I had liked a lot, believed in, found out that they lied about cancer. Okay, so that sparked a problem. And, I was the first person that I was asked to go live. There were other channels involved in that, but I was the one that could do it at the time. So that's kind of how the whole live thing, that was my very first live I had ever done. I looked like total shit. I mean, it was a mess. Okay. But from there forward, some lives were done speaking about, some information on that. But no matter what, I was still new, like, to doing the YouTube thing. I wasn't like new as far as being on YouTube, but actually doing a channel at the time. So, and then there were a couple of lives I had done about MGL, like the whole life coach thing, whatever. She's a disaster. It is what it is. I'm never going to like her. I'm not a flip-flopping bitch. Okay. I've always stayed to myself pretty much. So no one will ever be able to say Stacy's a flip-flopper, because you know what? No, I'm not. Okay. I've said from start, I watch several channels. I've stated from the beginning that I was a neutral person. I didn't pick sides. Well, that wasn't okay. Okay. I got some backlash on that, which it is what it is. People are entitled to feel the way they want to feel. But I feel like if I want to support somebody, or, I'm going to like somebody, just because somebody else doesn't mean that I'm going to follow their lead. Like, that's not who I am. I pick. I don't have somebody else doing it for me. I've never been like that. I'm not a follower. It's not like that. Regardless of what anybody may think here, I'm not a follower. Because if in fact I was, I would have done things a lot differently. So the point of this is, I stayed reserved. I didn't speak out on everything like many of other people did. They would cover what was going on all the time. I didn't do that. My channel, I like to have people come in and we would just talk and we would kick it. It could be about anything. So, it wasn't always about the drama or any of those things happening. Like I said, here and there, I would fire something up and something would be said. But other than that, that's not what my channel was based upon. But let's be clear. Here on YouTube and within these communities, hey, Winky, I'm sorry, hon, I should have, you know how I get talking and it's, I'm glad to see you, Winky. Oh my God. So good to see you. Your hair is so long. Yes. I don't know. Darling Nikki she made a comment at the very at 3 something, and I had to move the time twice, and I felt bad for having to do that, but I was on a phone call, so I had to. But I'm so glad to see you guys, At least I have a few people in here. I mean, this just totally sucks. My channel was never like this, and I know it's because of what's happening, and it's my own fault. And I think, like I said before, that's what pisses me off the most, is the fact that I allowed this to happen. It just makes me so pissed off. But back to what I'm saying, because I'll get sidetracked and, So the bottom line here is I'm just at a point where I'm going to talk about what I'm going to talk about. It may not be what other people remembered things being like. I mean, you can't come on here. You can't talk about private and do to you, right? So that kind of where my channel was supposed to be like a more laid back, safe spot for people. It's not what it seemed like a lot of people wanted. I did have a certain group of people and was happy with that. And I'll always be happy with who I have. When I was gone for the couple of years and not doing much, I did lose subs, but I also had at least the majority stay with me. And for that, I'm grateful. But for whatever reason, because of me being gone, I don't know, this YouTube thing, there's a lot of people that don't get notifications. And it just sucks. But at the time I started my channel, they didn't have this hit the bell for all, or it was just subscribe. They didn't have all of that. So that could be playing a factor too. But again, I'm going to deal with it. And when it comes to the other channel, I guess I totally jumped over that. Excuse me for that. But when it comes to the other channel, I said that I have. The reason I have not dropped that channel yet is because there is something going on in my life that is very important. And if something would happen to this person, I already have a big problem with depression. I've not hid that. Okay. I'm afraid if I go and I start trying to build that channel and something happens, it's going to put me in a place that I don't know if I would be able to return to YouTube for a long time or whatever. And I wouldn't want that the way that this has happened here. That's That's what I'm saying, because I obviously damaged the shit out of this channel. So, but like I said, at the end of the day, I'm on here. There's things that I see, and I don't know if it's because now I've been here so much longer. And throughout the time of being off, like, people have so much to say about the lurkers, but there's a reason people lurk. Okay. There is. And that's exactly what I did. There's still people in here that I really like that, I just watch, I support in, at least giving them a view, hitting the like and things like that. When people here had fallen out, it was very difficult for me as a subscriber of other channels to want to go in and to talk and chat or whatever, because it always seemed like it could be a problem, and I didn't want it like that. So there's still people here that, lives I done a long time ago, a few years ago, when I spoke on those people, I still support them today. It might not show in their chats or whatever, but I do. And I also took a hit, I feel like, personally. You know, there's somebody else here in the community that people have a lot to say about, and it's Tiffany. I like Tiffany, okay? I'm not in these discords. I'm not in any of that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, there's just people here I like. Just like what I was just saying, there's channels that I still watch, and things like I spoke about Leanna. I like her content. I think she's creative. I think that she's smart. There's just different people I watch, right? Just because you don't see me chatting doesn't mean that I'm not there to support. So I wanted to get all of that out of the way. There's just different channels altogether. It's not just those two channels. So I watch a majority of things. Now, last night, I absolutely watched a stream again, and you can say whatever you want. My last stream was about addressing this person as well. Shade in the Hood. Look, I'm all for anybody coming on here, having a channel, doing whatever they want to do, okay? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I'm sitting here and I have my own opinion, right? Well, he had some things to say about, the same people keep coming up in conversation where a lot of the drama's been about, right? You have your certain players here. People that are from Boit, which would be like Jenny Jen's channel. Then you have the ship. I mean, I would assume they're all friends, so they kind of coincide together with Savage and stuff like that. So he had a lot to say about these ladies, okay? He also had a lot to say about figure skating coach and Monroe. Now, I'm going to keep it real, okay? I don't really know Monroe. I have seen her on different panels and things like that. She seems all right. She's not on here trying to, from what I can honestly say, she doesn't seem like she's on here to create problems in that sense. Like, she's just hanging with people. But he had a lot to say about these ladies. He's said multiple times now that they're panel killers. Maybe because they're not on panels carrying on like crazy. He was making fun of figure skating coach because she had things to say about Flava. Look, there's been so much going on here when it comes to a certain group of people, and you're not going to change that. Nobody's going to change that. People are going to sound off, and if they're friends with someone, you better best believe they're going to stand behind their friends, okay? I don't understand why that's such a, and then he was saying about Jenny Jen with um, her having an oxygen tank and a bed and a laptop and why are you making fun at shit if somebody is on an oxygen tank? I mean, for real. And let me be clear. I've never been like I've never chatted in Jenny Jen Jen's. Have I watched? Of course. Again, she's been here a long time, way longer than I've been here. Um, but why would somebody poke fun about shit like that? That's not funny. What's funny about that? And saying, she said she didn't have time to be recording everything. Maybe she doesn't. Are you there with her? Do you know what she's doing day in and day out? Maybe she really doesn't. I don't know. How do you know? So all of this shit has been happening because of what has gone on between Bombshell with Flavor and Snoz and the Amber channel and this and that. Look, I'm going to just say this straight up right here, right now about the Amber channel. Girl, I don't think it's wise for you to drink and live for real. Like, I have watched some things from the last live that you had done when you were drinking. That ain't cute. That ain't cute. And that's another thing. Hello Starlight, she used to, not that she didn't bring up things, you know what I'm saying? Because she would talk about things, but she really does now. Like, she don't even care. And good for her. Hey, you do you. If she sees something, she just calls it out and talks about it. So, hey, I don't say that I blame anybody. Anybody's able to do that, right? So anyway, I made some notes because obviously I can't be here forever. I guess I should check my phone to make sure. Don't know who that is. Mary, you don't know who Shade is? Like which one? Because obviously I'm talking about quite a few people here, and I apologize for that. Are you don't know who Shade is, or which one? I don't even know if you're still here, but if you are, Tammy. Whenever I do that, because I've been off YouTube for a while now, and always says that I'm inactive. I don't know. I don't know why it's telling you that. Oh, Tammy, up here. What? Lied about cancer? Yeah, I don't even bring up this person's name. Nope. Stopped covering this person a long time ago. I was just giving a little history, like how this all started and came about. Because, everybody thinks you're just kind of like a nobody on here. You're garbage because they look at your channel, they look at your numbers, they look at this, they look at that. Well, first and foremost, like I said before, I didn't have everybody and their brother sharing out my channel. Okay. I didn't have, I haven't been on panels. I haven't basically been begging people to subscribe. I haven't been saying I need my watch hours. I never done that. Never. Okay. And I'm not going to. It is what it is. So I got my notes and I got my Diet Pepsi. Everybody likes to talk shit about it, but I don't care. So Monroe, Tammy. Monroe, I think, came to YouTube. She's not like OG here or nothing. She came to YouTube when the Gabby Petito stuff, I think, took off. I think. I could be wrong. But I don't think she's been here a long time. And I know people have things to say about her. This isn't new. You know what I mean? But the most I see of her is she just, she gets on panel and she doesn't usually talk a lot. Like, she makes movements in the camera or whatever. But I'm not sitting there watching everything all the time either. Like, I got a life too. But if I can watch some, I do. So, but anyway, my notes. So I'm not like besties or kicking it with Figure Skating Coach. Actually, I haven't seen Figure Skating Coach like in my own channel for a long time. Okay. But Shade in the Hood thought that, he needed to make fun of her voice, right? Basically stating about a testosterone shot and everything because of her voice is more deep and things like that. People making fun of her basically, because of her being older. Do you know how many older people are here on YouTube? Like, for real, your age is a non-factor. Like, everybody's going to get older. Someday you're going to get older. So don't really understand why that's a big problem. But obviously it was. And then he says, he first comes off with, starts asking a question of how long Figure Skating Coach has been here. Okay. Figure Skating Coach again is OG. She's been here a long time. Remy comes in, and I've always liked Remy. Remy just does her. She goes to every chat. She doesn't let nobody stop her. Okay. I mean, there used to be this thing for a long time. It would be, people would come into the chat because Remy did it all the time. She'd come into a chat and say, can you give me a recap? So people would mess around and be like, hey, I need a Remy recap, like she came in with it, and her response was 4.5 years, or, whatever. That's the answer she gave. At the end of the day, Figure Skating Coach has been here a long time. So, and then he was saying, Figure Skating Coach and Monroe not even knowing, Jenny Jen Jen and Savage and things like that. Well, they've known them for, as far as Monroe being here, if she's been here for the Gabby Petito stuff, she's obviously known at least well over a year. Figure Skating Coach has known Jenny Jen Jen a long time. Okay. Again, there's a lot on here, and I said this before. If you're going to talk about stuff, get your facts clear before you do. Because you don't get it, dude. You don't get it. If you got to come on and you've got to ask, how long has she been here? You probably should have looked into that. Because you had a lot to say about her. She's allowed to voice her opinion just as well as anybody else is here. I mean, why wouldn't she? And the whole bringing the drama to these people, are you for real? You did a lot of talking about Bombshell, Flavor. Look, when you start off your channel and your drama from the go, that's the way people are going to see you. Period. They're going to see you as drama, whether you want to do something different with your channel or whatever. And especially if you get messed up and you get into a mess and you do dirty shit. Okay? Because a lot of people around here, they don't like snakes. Are there a lot of snakes? There is. But they don't like snakes here. And a lot of people, they don't like to fuck with dirty people. That's it. They just don't. So usually once you're known for shit like that, it could become a problem. Can you prove differently? Can you show that you're different, you're better? Yeah. Doesn't mean everybody's going to be okay with what you did. And one thing that's always been a big no-no around here is bringing private messages out, Discord stuff. He kept saying about how Jenny Jen Jen supposedly made the channel for Tupac or whatever. I thought, could be wrong here, but I thought she showed she was not the one who did that account. Not 100 certain on that one, but whatever. Let's be clear. These new people that came in, and it is what it is. You might not like to be called new, but that's what you are. Everybody starts off new. Uh, you had all these people come in, and what were they doing? They were growing channels basically off of somebody that has some mental health issues. There was nothing okay about that. Again, I stated in my last live, at the very beginning, I did feel bad for Michelle, but Michelle fired back. And in some ways, it was not good. She can do some bad stuff too. And I also stated, there were some people that tried to help her at the very beginning. And I believe they really did try to help her. I know Alicia did. I know Starlight did. But then they finally got to their points too. But at the end of the day, everybody could see there was something very wrong. And they just continued to keep going at her. There was nothing okay about that. Maybe if people wouldn't continue to do that, she would just calm down a little bit, do her content, and, it would be good. But no, all these people came in and they started making these channels, and they knew that she brought in the views for them. She's still bringing in the views for people. Let's just be clear. Now, I know she's having a hard time keeping a channel. And yes, I know before it's even said, Jenny Jen, and there's been some people that have been reporting the channel because she's ban invading. There's other people that have been ban invading here, and they've kept their channels. Now, there's somebody that every time she gets a channel, she doesn't keep one very long either. But she's not really here anymore. Maybe she does have a channel now again. I really have no idea. But there was a lot of dislike for her too. And it took them some time, but her channel finally came down. The whole thing with all of these people, you can't go and do all this shit and then cry about it and act like you're innocent, that you did the right thing before something was outed out about you. I consider that dirty shit. I do. You need to find out around here who is dirty, and you need to stay clear of those types of people. Because if they done it to someone else, you better bet your ass they're going to do it to you or to someone different. You don't have to believe what I'm saying, but I've watched it happen, and it's not cute. So here I am running my mouth, and Tammy, I'm sorry. The chat's not even moving. I have people watching, but the chat's not moving. Okay, that's Monroe that you're talking about. Yeah, I'm kind of going back and forth. I'm sorry. It's probably difficult, especially if you don't know who these people are. The elderly are beautiful and golden. Many, many others need to know. Yeah, well, Tammy, she's not elderly. Figure skating coach isn't elderly, but there are some older people on here. And just because they're older doesn't mean they don't have a right to be here, whether you agree with them, like them, or you don't. They get to have a voice too. The point is, everybody's going to get older. Period. Well, long time no see. Long time no see, Save Robbie. Haven't seen you in forever. Yeah. I haven't seen you either for a while. How you doing, Robbie? Winky. Yes, definitely. Yeah. What in the world? Oh, good Lord. Well, so everybody has a right to speak, like I said before. But you can't come on here and then you can't start saying, don't be bringing drama here. And like, does he even know? It just, like, I should have come on here last night. I was fired up last night, and I'm just as, I'm probably not as fired up right now, but like, I've got shit to say, and I try really hard to keep myself without going too far. But I'm sick of the bullshit here, for real. I really am. And then people just talking about things that they see right now, but they don't know the history of things, and it's not cool. I'm doing good, you. I'm hanging in there, Robbie. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. One day at a time for me. One day at a time. Hey, Life Rewinded. Long time no see. How you doing? So, again, not everybody here, even the people that I've spoken about, do they get along with maybe some of these other channels now. But at the end of the day, there was a time they were friends. So when you say about this drama and everything else, what do you think these people have done? It's called a drama community for a reason. I mean, I don't even begin to understand that. I feel you. I hope all's well with you, Robbie. It's been a long time. Long time. My very first video I think I ever spoke out on was with you in it and someone else that I'm not going to mention. But anyway. So instead of saying don't bring the drama over here, because this is what they do, just like you said that, you know, you like Bombshell and you like all these other people, but you know, you're not going to go to the point that figure skating coach or Monroe has for Jenny Jen and Savage. And you know, that's their friends. They're going to stand behind their friends. Just like there's other groups of people here. If two creators are friends and they both have their subs, there's subs that are going to, if they've got to make that choice, they're going to go with one and some are going to go with the other. That's the way it is. So you can't very well say that don't bring the drama over here, but yet you talk about the drama. And I mean, that just sounds dumb, dude. It sounds dumb. And you saying about you wouldn't go to that extent for Bombshell or for any of these other people that you were discussing. Do you know? Because I think you said you've been here since what, October, November, some shit like that, 2022? That's what Bombshell's content was. Just because all those videos are on private or whatever, that's what she did on here. She didn't come on here just to say, hey, what's up? How you doing today? No. So again, I don't think that you get that. I don't think that you understand sometimes what you're even saying. Don't bring your drama to this one, to this one, to this one. I mean, what the fuck? I just have a problem. So this guy just seems to, some of the things he says, I get he has an opinion, he's entitled to that, but some of the shit that this guy says just is like, I think you need to look into things a little bit more. It's my opinion. So, like I said, I do have some notes. I haven't been following them all that great, but you know what? Because I'm just going. I'm trying to watch the time. I'm trying to, like I said before, I need to come on here where I should be able to allot myself like 2.5 hours, you know, or something like that. That's how I feel about it. Would you say Life Rewinded? Yes. The OGs in the house. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Who? Shade in the Hood, Robbie. Like, again, everybody starts off new here, right? You can. It is what it is. But there's just certain things this guy talks about that I just, if you're going to come on, please know exactly everything that you're talking about. And he does take notes, I guess, because I've heard him say that. I do, I don't have everything just right here that I can fire with everything off of. But, certain things just are crazy. And he even said that, like, the people he's now sticking up for and talking about, the one person, Flavor, he even said at the beginning, I didn't like you, but I do now, because it was who she was hanging out with, like who she was talking to. So that's okay, right? But now everything is just a switch. And because she's not aligned with those people. What did you say, Life Rewinded? These new found MGL reject creators haven't a clue about our community. No, they really don't. They really don't. Winky, I love figure skating coach. She is a nice person. Yeah, like, and all because she spoke up for her friends, Jenny, Jen, Savage and stuff. She's getting trashed around, and she had some things to say that were her opinion. But when you start talking about someone's age and shit here, like, do you not think you're not going to get older? Do you think that your voice isn't possibly going to change as you get older? Like, he had all these things to say about her, but like, as I said, she's not the only one that's here that is older, but that doesn't mean that they can't have a voice. It's just ridiculous. Actually, I like the fact that more elderly people are here. I don't care about elderly there. It's good for our community. Like I said, I wouldn't consider them elderly. These ladies, let me tell you what, they can sound off like anybody else. And, I don't consider them elderly. But, I mean, everybody can look at it however they want to look at it. That was too winky. I always do that. Definitely don't abide by boundaries or the rules we have for the last 5 years. Correct. They don't. The whole real life thing, that was never allowed. And I'm really shocked that people are okay with it. Like, yeah, I'm not going to say that things didn't kind of get out of hand a little bit at times, but there were certain groups of people that they weren't pushed to that extent. So, but when you think that you can come on here and you can just do whatever and there's going to be no repercussions for it, it is what it is. I don't know what to say. Like I said before, it almost feels like it's out with the old and in with the new here. And that shit's not going to fly here. That there's a lot of OGs here that will never stand for that shit to happen. So, What are you doing, Robbie? You're listening in the car. Are you on your way to work or something? Amber and MS, no, they need to bounce. Girl, I brought up about the don't drink and live shit at the beginning. Like, And that's one of the things I said, I brought up about Hello Starlight. I don't think I've ever talked about her name on here. But like, how she would speak, but she didn't she's different now. Like, she doesn't care. And you know what? If she wants to talk about what she feels, then so be it. Again, anybody can. But she's definitely been sounding off about Amber. That's, girl, red light special. Oh my God. I can't. I need a walker. And it came half my ass off. Oh my God. Life Rewinded. Joyriding, nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's good to do that and get your head right, or just enjoy getting out of the house. I love my Starlight, and that's why people don't like her, because she's spinning the facts, period, the end, correct. She's been on top of it, and she's able to clip things. And, like for me, that's another thing. I don't play other people's stuff on here. First and foremost, the whole strike game's been going on, so you have to be careful about that. Which is another thing that people just didn't do here. Like, if you had shit to say, you sounded off, you said what you needed to say, and that's it. No, now it's, I'm going to strike you, I'm going to try to silence you, because that's all that shit is. Silencing your ass. Playing the strike game. There's nothing okay about that. Like, if you've got something to say it. You shouldn't have to worry about, oh, someone is going to come try to take my channel. Like, the fucking bullshit is ridiculous here. Really, like, I don't know, you guys. Maybe I just don't got the patience anymore. Like, I don't even know. I really just don't. Another rule we had. Yeah, the strike happy losers for all. It's just not something that, people didn't do that every time you turned around. Yeah, maybe after, it depended how far somebody went. I just don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't have the patience anymore. I don't really know, but like, I watch some of this shit and I'm just like, what the fuck happened here? Because things are really different. Pardon my language, guys. I usually don't do this. But like I said, I think a lot of people thought like I was just this person that don't say much. And no, like, I can really, really get pissed off and just say what I got to say. You're always welcome to play my stuff. People do it anyways. Thanks, Robbie. But, I'm not trying to take people's shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to take the time they've put into anything. I'm not doing that. It's one thing if somebody says, go ahead, or you ask permission, there should be no problem with that. But like, just up and showing something and then somebody gets pissed off and they want to strike you, to, again, I feel like it's to silence you, and it's just not okay, in my opinion, period. Laugh out loud, Stacy. Me too, but I'm scared what will come out of my mouth. I will be in big ass trouble. Well, you know what? I get you on that. I get you on that, Life Rewinded, because it's hard. It's really hard. And there's things I want to sit here and say right now that I'm keeping down just a little bit. I've struck channels. One of them has over 80 videos of me on here, but it's something I would do to ransom people commentating. Yeah, 80 videos, that's a lot. Obviously there's an issue there. I know a lot of people say about MGL, and there is a lot of people that talk about her, Robbie, and you know it. Okay. We all do. But it depends, I think, on what they're putting out, what they're saying about the people and stuff like that when they do these videos. But yeah, 80 videos is quite a bit. It definitely is. Oh my God, I've been around since 2011, but started chatting in 2018. Right. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people that started a channel or have been around a long time, but they stay in the bushes. Again, there's a reason people do stay in the bushes. I watch channels, but I don't talk in everybody's chat. That's what it is. And, people have shit to say about lurkers, but there's a reason people do it. So, I don't agree with the mass striking, or the mass flagging. See, got the striking business on my mind. I don't care who it is. I honestly don't. As bad as people are, just ghost them out. Yeah, right. That jumped for me. And then you get into trouble for using the word subscribers instead of supporters, and they're calling that a spam. Oh, you know what? I didn't even know that that was a thing. So you can't say, you need to say supporters. Oh my God. You agree. I mean, yeah, I think 80 videos is quite the amount, Robbie. I do. Well, but like I said, I think it comes down to like, what are they saying about this person before people act? You know what I mean? What did you say? Robbie, you have creepy, obsessed people. I don't blame strikes. There's definitely all kinds of people on here, you know? There is. Been here since 2010. True crime side of it. Yeah, that's where quite a few of us actually became familiar with, you know, one another. I mean, let's just call it for what it is. It basically, for a lot of us, it started with the Chris Watts bullshit, you know? That was some case. You say subscribers all the time. And that's what I've always said. I've never said supporters. So I don't know. Like, nothing has happened so far from me saying that, but it doesn't mean that, you know, who knows? Got to go cook. Just wanted to show support. Derogatory on. Take care, Stacey and everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Life Rewinded. It's okay. I got it. You have a typo. I got it. Definitely creepy. Yeah. I don't know. Like, yep, Watso G's. You got it, Robbie. You got it. That's how a lot of us did get to know of one another. So, anyway, it's almost 5 o'clock. Again, I get talking with you guys, and then there's some things that I don't address. So basically, it's just going to save for another video. Again, at this point, I might have to actually drop the other my other channel link. I'm trying really hard to hold off on that. And again, the numbers thing was never something that was important to me to begin with. I stressed that from the very beginning. So it is what it is. I wasn't doing lives for 2 years. I wasn't working on this channel, and it hurt me big time. So thank you for everybody that actually come in and talk to me. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys. Like, this has been difficult, like, for real, to come back to a channel that just seems like it's completely tanked out, but I keep doing it. And I'm going to speak my opinion because I'm sick and tired of it, like, for real. I think people just always thought, you know, well, first it was my channel was fluff years ago because I didn't talk about things that other people did. But, you know, that's just not who I am. I am a person that is outspoken. So it is what it is. See you later, Winky. You shared it out. Thank you so much, Robbie. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Winky. See, you're talking to her. Hey, Tiff. Been a long time. Thank you for stopping by. It's nice to see you. You'll pop back into the algorithm. I hope so, because this isn't cute. But you know what? It is what it is. I haven't given up. And, you know, I'm trying really hard to not just let this channel go. So maybe it'll finally get back up there. I don't know, you know. I'm out and in the car. So can't type, but saw you were alive. Well, thank you. Please be careful. Yeah, typing's not good if you're in the car driving. Like Robbie said, he was out joyriding. I don't know if he's driving, but just please be careful, you guys. I appreciate everyone that stopped by. I'm happy to see all of you. Um, please try to have a great day. And again, I didn't get through everything, but again, you need to be able to talk to your chat. You can't just come on here and avoid them, because that's not okay. Like, they deserve to be addressed. So I'm trying to get better with that, and I am going to go and start my dinner for my family, and just leaves me for another video to do. I mean, that's basically where it's at. So um that must have happened to me more than once. Lots of time. Any of those loony bags, I wish I shut down. I think that they tried to put. Oh boy, Tammy, that's not good. Well, your channel's still up, so it couldn't have taken you down. Stacey, do what you wanted to do initially. Didn't you want to do makeup? Yeah, I did. But you know what, Tiffany? What? For people to come on here and make fun of me and shit? Because you know that that's going to happen. Like, yeah, I've never cared, like, what people have to say. But you know it will happen. You know it. I know it. Like, people are cruel. For real. You're parked. Okay, good. I didn't think that you would be typing and be driving. But, some people do that shit. So it is what it is. But like I said, I do appreciate everybody that stopped by. There's other things here that, maybe it was good I stopped because my language was starting to, and again, all my other videos I've ever done, except I think for the very last one, there might be one or two somewhere where, I got a little, but maybe it was not a bad thing per se that I got stopped. I know. They will find something wrong with anyone. Yeah, you definitely know how it is on here. Like, these channels like yours, people that have thousands of subscribers and stuff like that, like, they seem to do really great with their channels. They're on top of everything. Look, I give people credit like that because me, girl, no, you don't text. No, that's good. It's great that you don't text and drive because I know I don't. Yep, it's a shame how they always try to fault and find anything and everything. Just keep doing you, Tammy. You know what I mean? Just, you got to follow TOS and stuff, but don't let people get to you. I know it's easier said than done and shit, but you can't. Like, it is. You just keep going. Have a good evening and enjoy your dinner. Talk to you soon. Yes, talk to you soon. Talk to you soon. All right, you guys. Thanks again for everybody that stopped by. I appreciate it. It was nice to see some of the OGs in here. Like, that's awesome, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, sometimes, you know what? It is what it is. Save Robbie. It's sometimes you just finally go off, All right, I gotta go, guys. See you later. Thanks again. I hope I see you guys again soon. Talk to you later.